Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth annual State of the District address will begin in 2 minutes. Please locate your tables. If you need assistance locating your table, please find one of our beautiful volunteers. Dressed in black, gorgeous smile. They will assist you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to 2023 State of the District.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, beautiful people. And I say beautiful because not only are you visually beautiful, but on the inside, you represent a beautiful heart. A beautiful heart open to our scholars, our educators, our principals, and everything. Why? Because you're here today. And you're here today to plug in to Triumphant Together. All right? So buckle in. We're going to see some phenomenal presentations from our most priceless jewels and gems. Some say our students, some say our children, I say our scholars. Coming live to you from Douglas K-8. The Douglas K-8 Ensemble is led by none other than the illustrious Queen McLean. Let's act like these are our students. Let's act like these are our sons and daughters. Let's act like these are our children. Let's do that. Let's try that on for size. Woohoo! Percussionist from Cordova High.
jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Village, the lion sleeps tonight. In the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. I'm away. I'm away.
That's Douglas K-8 Ensemble, along with the percussions from Cordova High School. Woohoo! Woohoo! All right. As they're getting ready, you guys know not only do we have scholars, we have scholar athletes. Congratulations, shout out to Overton High School basketball team. Oh my goodness, Overton is mainly known for creative and performing arts, but they'll take you to the court too. Woohoo! Congratulations to them. As we get ready for our East High and our Whitehaven, these are students of excellence. Caleb, Kelsey, come on, Sarah, yes, and Nathan.
Hey, Kelsey.
What's up, Caleb?
It feels so good and so magnificent to be here at the State of the District representing the class of 2023 well with style and elegance here at the Memphis-Shelby County School State of the District Address.
It really did just feel like yesterday, and to know that all the hard work and all the late nights have finally started to pay off, and we finally get to see our success flourish, and I can't wait to see what all we can accomplish in the future.
Yeah. That was cool now, seniors. But let's make some room for the underclassmen in the building. Hello, everybody. I'm Nathan Transu.
And I'm Masera. And every year we gather to reflect on all the triumphs and opportunities that our district has extended to students, parents, and the entire community.
We are the leaders of tomorrow standing in front of you today. And if you didn't know, yes, it is about us, the students of Memphis-Shelby County Schools.
And today we are very excited to be able to be hearing from our dynamic, astounding, and dare I say stunning Superintendent Toni Williams, where she'll let us know all we have accomplished and what all we accomplish next.
And without further ado, I ask that you sit back and relax, and I have the pristine honor of welcoming you to the 2023 Memphis-Shelby County Schools State of the District Address. Thank you.
Woohoo! Class of 2023, class of 2024. Oh my gosh, are we ready? Okay, and here we are. This beautiful, beautiful scholar from Ida B. Wells Academy, Jerica Parker, she will be leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's give her a hand as she comes.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. This is for all. Thank you. Can you please remain standing for the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Woohoo! And that, of course, was none other than Alexander Harris. And he was also given a resolution last night at the Shelby County Commissioners meeting because he won the Tennessee Songwriters Competition for 2023. Woohoo! Yes. All right, now we will have Miss Naomi Andrews from Delano. Woohoo!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Naomi Andrews, and I have the pleasure of introducing a phenomenal woman. A leader, visionary, and bishop, Althea Green is a proud product of our school district, having graduated from Treadwell High School. Later, she earned a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and a doctorate. Driven to education, she retired from Legacy Shelby County Schools after 38 years of service and is now the chair of our school board, representing District 2 since 2019. She has won several awards for her great work in Memphis and Shelby County and has been a true champion for all students, schools, employees, and families. Her passions include teaching, preaching, reading, traveling, shopping, and grilling. Through all she does, she strives to provide a culture for excellence and equity in education for students and teachers. Like she always says, I wish you much love and happiness. Please join me and give a warm welcome to illustrious Bishop Althea E. Green.
Good morning, everyone. I am Reverend Althea Green, your school board chair, and it is my pleasure to stand before you today at the 2023 Memphis-Shelby County Schools State of the District Address. Before I begin, I would like to ask my colleagues to please stand, your board members that worked so hard. Please stand. Thank you. A board chair can't do this work alone, and I'm grateful for such a supportive team. I want to take a moment to thank my fellow board members, our superintendent, and all of our special guests, and the thousands of students and educators that are tuning in. Your support and dedication to our students and families are greatly appreciated, and we couldn't do this important work without you. As we continue with the 2023 State of the District, I am proud to say that we have made significant progress over the past year. We have continued to focus on student achievement with a particular emphasis on literacy, which we know is the foundation of all learning. That's where you're supposed to clap right there. From expanding our early childhood programs to implementing new initiatives that focus on our students' social, emotional well-being, to making sure resources are equitable and accessible for all, we are committed to meeting the needs of every child in our district. But we also recognize that there are still significant challenges facing our schools. It is important for us to create spaces for our students to be creative, innovative, and to thrive overall. Therefore, we must make it a priority to enhance and restore our school buildings. This includes exploring innovative funding models and partnering with the Shelby County Commission to provide the resources we need to make necessary repairs and upgrades. Ultimately, we know that our success as a district is dependent on the support and involvement of our entire community. We need all of you to continue to advocate for our schools, to support our students and staff, and to work together to find solutions to the challenges we face. Thank you, and a good morning.
Let's clap that up again. And now, coming from White Station Middle School, we have Salvik Srinivas. Let's stand and give him a hand clap as he comes. Come on. Come on. Come on.
As we continue reflecting on the state of the district, I am honored to present the finalists for two very special awards, the Supervisor of the Year and the Principal of the Year. Both of these awards are incredibly important because we know that great leadership is essential to the success of our schools. It takes strong leaders at every level to create the kind of positive and supportive learning environment that our students need to strive. This year's finalists for Supervisor of the Year and Principal of the Year were selected through a rigorous process. First, they were nominated by the instructional leadership directors and the assistant superintendents. Then those nominations were reviewed by a cross-functioning panel who then selected the top 3. Now, please turn your attention to the screen as we introduce our finalists for Supervisor of the Year.
The finalists for Supervisor of the Year are Brian Ingram, Executive Director of Talent Management.
When I think about my philosophy of leadership, it's about being in a perpetual state of service to others. And leading in any organization or any entity, it's about people first. It's not programs, it's not initiatives, but it's about having a strong focus on people, because it's people that move the work forward.
Sonia Payne, Director of Family and Community Engagement.
My leadership philosophy is being able to help people with situations different from their own without being judgmental. I'm a servant leader by heart, and I believe in helping others.
Reggie Jackson, Assistant Superintendent, Academic Operations.
When I think about being able to assist individuals, I always just remember that at the end of the day, it really feels good to help people. And I think that's really the epicenter of my leadership philosophy: responsiveness connected with service.
Congratulations to all of you on being named finalists for the Supervisor of the Year. We look forward to learning who will advance to be our district winner and state finalists. And now on to our Principal of the Year finalists. Please turn your attention once again to the screen as we introduce our finalists.
The finalists for Principal of the Year are Dr. Renee Meeks, Sea Isle Elementary.
My leadership philosophy is that leaders should be transformational. Transformational leadership is important because it encompasses instruction, community, family community engagement, social emotional learning for students and adults.
Kianda Coleman, John P. Freeman Optional School.
My leadership philosophy is one where it's an integrated approach where the community, parents, teachers, and students work together to carry out and live out the mission and vision of the school.
Dr. James Suggs, G.W. Carter College and Career Academy.
My leadership philosophy is simple. We focus on, number one, small wins. When I say small wins, I mean we do things in increments of 10. We try to go 10 days fight free. I encourage my students to go 10 days of being on school on time. I encourage them also to go 10 days without referrals. So when I say small wins, we are always focused on small wins.
Congratulations to all of our Supervisor of the Year finalists. Will all nominees please stand?
Brian Ingram, please come, nominee Supervisor of the Year. Reggie Jackson, please stand, come, Supervisor of the Year, nominee. For our Principal of the Year nominees, Renee Meeks. Dr. Kianda Coleman. And Dr. James Suggs. we have Dr. Brian Ingram, Dr. Dr. Brian Ingram, come forward. And Sonia Payne is not here today. Brian will accept on her behalf. She has jury duty when duty calls. When duty calls. Please give them a round of applause.
Once again, congratulations. We are incredibly fortunate to have such outstanding leaders in our district, and we are grateful for your dedication, hard work, and commitment to all students. And again, thanks to all for joining us today, and I look forward to continuing to work together to ensure that all students have an opportunity to succeed. Thank you.
Let's give a standing ovation to all of our finalists. Thank you guys so much for your service to our district and to the community. All right, and now we have from White Station Middle School, youngster Shrinas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Satvik Srinivas, and I'm so glad to be here today to introduce the leader of the largest public school district in Tennessee, Memphis-Shelby County Schools, Superintendent Toni Williams. A graduate of Whitehaven High School, she earned her master's and bachelor's degrees in accounting from Clark Atlanta University. She began her career in school leadership in 2014, helping with the first audits after the merger of the legacy Memphis City Schools and Shelby County Schools. As our chief financial officer, she was responsible for balancing and managing the district's budget of over $2.2 billion, including federal COVID-19 relief funds. As our chief financial officer, she was responsible, as superintendent, she leads by listening to the heart of our district, teachers, and of course me and all of our amazing students. She understands these voices are crucial when making decisions, which is why she has taken our time to come to our schools and listen directly from us. Let's give a big round of applause as we welcome Superintendent Toni Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 State of the District Address with Superintendent Toni Williams.
All right. And Savi, where are you, man? You set the bar so high for the rest of the presentation. I don't know how I'm going to meet that one, Savi. Where is Savi's parents? Please stand up. All right, give it up. So, look, let me get my hug, Savi. You did an awesome job. Thank you. Thank you. So what an awesome introduction. And what a great time that we've already had this morning. And so I want to thank each and every one of you for being here, because you could have been anywhere this morning. It's rainy, could have been in the bed. I hope you would have been at work this morning, but definitely you could have been anywhere. And you decided to make education at Memphis-Shelby County Schools a part of your morning. So let's give it up for another round of applause for our wonderful performers and our student MCs. Give it up. Stand up, guys. Stand up, everybody. Give it up. Listen, when moments get tough, that's what I look to. So give it up for our students. And congratulations. Congratulations again for Principal of the Year. All right, congratulations, and Supervisor of the Year. So let me say this. John Maxwell once said that many of us want the perks of leadership without the price of leadership. The price of leadership is fatigue. The price of leadership is sometimes tough decisions.
The price of leadership is selflessness. But most of all, the price of leadership is service. And our district is better because of your years of selfless service. I want you to accept my token of appreciation. I had to ask, do men like flowers? So I don't know, but I got you guys some flowers because I think it's important to have your flowers when you are alive. So just accept that as my token of appreciation for right now. Wink, wink. Right. Yes. So before recognizing our school board members, I want to recognize all of the elected officials in the audience. Come on, stand up, stand up. So thank you for attending today. Yes, thank you. Just know everyone plays a part and has a responsibility in education, so I definitely couldn't miss that opportunity to recognize you all. So now, let me take an opportunity to personally recognize our board members. I know that you guys have already been recognized, but will you please take a moment to stand? Let me say this about you all. We are a unit. Giving your time selflessly, because you call me sometimes late at night, so I know our time is spent together. You care. You spend time in school buildings. We heard that from students. You spend time building relationships with parents, students, and staff. Thank you for dedicating yourself and the time that we spend together. Let me tell you how we spend it. Solving problems, resolving problems, pushing accountability, oh goodness, accepting accountability. I'm learning a lot about that, guys, these days. And creating a sense of stability for these last couple of months. And so I know that with this and with this work, we can triumph it together. So thank you. You may be seated. Thank you. So I see a lot of staff members. So let me not miss this opportunity to say that as we reset our culture and climate, we reform academics, business operations, where's Julie? It's business operations, right? And build public confidence in this district. I would like to thank all Memphis-Shelby County School staff. I truly believe, let me tell you about battles. In life, battles are best won when you win them together. So thank you for your great effort, your positive energy, and hard work as we move forward, as we bring this district forward. So give yourselves a hand. Thank you. So born and raised a Memphian, multiple generations of my family have graduated from public schools, these very public schools. My parents pushed me to achieve education even further than they achieved. Because of them, I became a first-generational college graduate. Yeah. So while I like that hand of applause, I kind of want to say as I look around this room, we share the same stories. Many of us share the same stories. I'm inspired with our school district by the endless opportunities that I see for each and every one of our students. I believe that this school district, and because of this school district, we create a pipeline for generational success. And I'll tell you, there's a single parent, if you allow me to take an opportunity to tell a personal story here. One of our parents, single parent, that dropped out of college to raise her daughter. She's worked double shifts supporting her daughter for years and has truly made her daughter's educational experience at Memphis-Shelby County Schools an opportunity for that continued generational pipeline of success. Her journey through this district has not always been easy, yet she's maintained high expectations. All our students need are high expectations. Today, that student is graduating a senior for my alma mater, Whitehaven High School, right? She has a 4.0 GPA, $2.2 million in scholarships, 40-plus college acceptance letters, and has taken 8 dual enrollment courses. We don't talk about this in the media, right? So I would like to have a personal point of privilege, because they said that people don't know many personal things about me. So a personal point of privilege to recognize Rihanna Morris, because I'm her second mother. So Rihanna, where are you? Where are you? So Rihanna, I just want to say her mother, who has worked a double shift last night, could not be here today. But I want to send just a congratulations and a reminder. Rihanna is a goddaughter of mine, and I remember my mom, or her mom, and myself, we traveled the hallways of Whitehaven High School, and I will laugh to say, and I'm off script now, but I have to just say, I don't know, this is me. I don't know what version of her mom, but this is the version of me. So I want to put that on record there, guys. And when her mom wakes up, I'm sure I'm going to get a text message. So I just want to say thank you again to our mom, and really for allowing me to ride in the passenger seat, Rihanna, and reminding me of the parents and the students that we serve each and every day. She is one of many bright spots in our district as we continue to be triumphant together. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. Now, I will say this. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a straight talker, and I strive to have authentic leadership. And I'm trying to figure out what is authentic leadership, right? But authentic leadership for me is recognizing progress, but truly accountability, and have the needs for our students and our parents as being the number one priority. Accountability for our district and accountability for our community. In my time as superintendent, I've led by listening. And now I have a joke. I've led by listening and questioning everything, probably driving everybody crazy, right? So I've asked myself and my team, how do we move forward, guys? How do we move forward post-pandemic? What's working? What's also not working? How do we be honest with ourselves? Our students are not only challenging themselves, they're challenging us. They're challenging us to be bolder, to innovate faster. So I want you to take this opportunity to listen to a short clip from one of our students.
Transforming the 901, it reminds me of a quote. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. Here at Memphis-Shelby County Schools, we believe in growing and being great, but we believe in growing and being great not because we have to, but on purpose. We are the largest school district in this state, 23rd largest in the nation. And as we gravitate from a district of intervention to a district of innovation, from a district of pearl to a district of progress, we believe in putting our precious assets, our students, genuinely first and not second or subpar from that. We believe in a 21st century education, 21st century teachers, 21st century infrastructure, and a 21st century rigorous curriculum for all students here in Memphis-Shelby County Schools, so that every student, when they graduate high school, they can be somebody when they grow up. That is what I'm accustomed to, and that's what I truly believe what transforming the 901 really means to me.
Transforming, yeah, give it up. So Caleb is my intern, and I've learned that as I question everything, he questions everything too. So I want to say Caleb so eloquently stated that it's time for us to do something different. And board member Love, I have to joke here to say that you've often said that we reimagine everything. We keep dreaming about everything, right? So it's time to move, as Caleb stated, from reimagining 901 to actually transforming the 901. Principal Meeks, you said transformational leadership, right? So that's where we are. Our path forward is through. Let's have three common things so that about at this moment. Safety, right? Everybody wants safety. Respect and academics. Safety is paramount. As we have a conversation around crime as community, because I don't do conversations without directness, so let's have that conversation today. It is important to understand that our district has to invest in over 100,000 students in their safety, 14,000 employees. So safety, we have to invest in their emotional well-being and the support for families. Respect, as I've been leading through listening, respect is something that we've been talking about in every conversation. Respect goes a long way. And it is important to be treated, and most importantly, to treat our parents, our students, our staff with respect, ultimately improving our culture and our climate. As Education Secretary Miguel Cardona stated, we must continue building the ABCs of respect in education. What is that? Agency, better working conditions. I know I have a lot of teacher associations in here. We've talked about that a lot lately, right? Better working conditions and competitive salaries. So academics should be at the core of everything that we do. Our strategies and our resources must directly align to student outcomes. We can no longer be afraid, I'm going to restate, we can no longer be afraid to call out when strategies do not work, right? So last year, students nationwide, let's talk about some bright spots. Students nationwide saw test results that reflected the impact of the pandemic. It's a harsh reality. We've had that conversation as a community as of last year. It's a harsh reality that we're addressing like most urban school districts, and we have to work to improve the academic results. But while we do that work, we must celebrate our bright spots. Our students are resilient, and with more time, they will continue to reclaim what the pandemic robbed from them socially, emotionally, and academically. In fact, the results of the statewide TCAP test administered last spring show that our students are recovering. For the first time since the 2015 school year, Memphis-Shelby County Schools is a level 5 school district, the highest distinction available based on TBOS composite scores. So no matter what you say, I want to celebrate that because I'm sure that work wasn't easy. Based on our performance, we have been designated by the state as advancing, one step away from the top category with 61 reward schools. So I want to take an opportunity again, to celebrate. Because what I've also heard is that we don't often have a culture of celebration. So it's time to stop and celebrate, take a moment to reflect, and then reassess, right? So I'm proud to announce this year we have approximately 3,500 students enrolled in advanced courses than we did last year. That's positive. So that means that more students are taking honors courses, advanced placement courses, pre-AP, international baccalaureate courses, dual enrollment, and local statewide dual credit courses compared to the prior year. Our students are really challenging themselves, and we know that when students have a solid foundation and are exposed to more rigorous content, they move faster. Our initiatives to increase equitable access to advanced courses are working. So let's talk about our roadmap here. So bright spots, then reflections. So despite these gains, we acknowledge that 80% of our students need extra resources, extra time to get on track. Our path forward in academics is to focus on attendance. We've had a lot of conversations as a community about attendance, pre-K expansion, literacy commitments, extended learning, and special supports for special populations, right? Such as our English language learners. So I want to take an opportunity to unpack chronic absenteeism. We want all students to succeed in the classroom and beyond, but it's not hard to understand that if they don't show up, they can't succeed. Attendance is one of the best predictors of student success, but unfortunately, across the nation, the state, the district, too many students are struggling to succeed because of chronic absenteeism. That's a fact. So chronic absenteeism rates for approximately our state-run schools are 50% in our county. Metro Nashville and Fayette County, 29%. Tipton County, 27%. And Knox County, 28%. And approximately 26% in Memphis-Shelby County schools in our district-managed and charter schools. So we understand that if our students aren't in class, they can't pass. So let's talk about some of the great things that we've done. We've reconvened the attendance task force with support of our school board members, particularly board member Love. She has taken a special interest in this committee, goodness. And she's the chair of this committee, all right? So I would like to thank also some of you in the room, your participating partners from governmental agencies. I was going to name a list of them, but they wouldn't allow me to, guys. So, and community partners as well. So in our conversations on attendance, this is what we've learned. We've been dismantling the barriers that block needed social supports. So we're raising the bar, we're using technology more efficiently to connect with resources to parents. So now when parents receive a message about their child missing school, it just makes sense. We're connecting them to a state database with services in their community, such as food pantries, healthcare clinics. That's an opportunity, right? Technology is right at our hands. To connect with other outreach programs, our team is working diligently, and we want to leave this one for parents. If you need support, if you need assistance, if we need to remove barriers, call us. At Memphis-Shelby County Schools, we're here to support. Our number is 901-416-6007, 901-416-6007. It's a call to action to say that we're here and we can help remove whatever barriers that you have. Now, some changes that we made recently to be more intentional about our communication and support, I do want to say that we've automated district warning notices, so principals, did I say automate? So hopefully that's a win there. 3 or more notices of unexcused absences. We've added to report cards, parents, to inform you of your absences. We've even reallocated resources for attendance specialists to direct support schools with the lowest attendance rates. We're partnering with Judge Sugarman. Do I see you, Judge Sugarman? Judge Sugarman from Juvenile Court. So Judge Sugarman has really been supportive to us in developing a dedicated docket for attendance when our supports fail. And we're partnering with District Monroe. Do I see you? That's a nice pink tie, sir. So when all of our interventions fail, there are legal consequences for non-attendance. And I want to say partnership, because even at Juvenile Court and DA Monroe's office, they're even helping in the community and with our students by mentoring. Lunch buddy programs, right? You've even sponsored career fairs at Wilder and doing the right thing balance contests. We're all pulling together. So I appreciate an actionable partnership with Judge Sugarman and District Attorney Monroe. And I say actionable because it really takes a community. They're representatives. We're not standing in silos. We're not pointing fingers. We're coming together to truly figure out how to support, and that's what's going to really move this school district and this community. So I just want to take an opportunity to say thank you. All right. So miss school, miss out. We got to kind of work on that one a little bit, but definitely miss school. Miss out. All right, miss school. Miss out. All right. It's ringing a bell there. All right. So we realize the stakes are high, but together our level of support is even higher. It is so important that we close the year that our young scholars attend school every day, because if you miss school, all right, you guys got it. It may work. So we have 48 days of school remaining, and I'm looking for scholars who will commit going all 48 days. All right, I need a commitment. And I see my seniors, I'm particularly talking about you guys. I don't need any senioritis, okay? All right. So I want to shift to the discussion of pre-K. We've talked about attendance. Let's talk a little bit about pre-K. So pre-K is a critical component to a student's ability to read on grade level by the 3rd grade. So, however, not all Memphis-Shelby County families have access to affordable pre-K programs. Currently, there is a proposed legislation, and we love legislation these days, that supports pre-K expansion through the state of Tennessee. We support this initiative. Shelby County consensus data has shown that there is a need for over 12,000 pre-K seats. Right now, Memphis-Shelby County Schools serves approximately 5,300 students, and we want to close that gap. We want the capacity in our schools, and we have it. We have the capacity because we're having those conversations soon about what capacity looks like in Memphis-Shelby County Schools. And we're looking to expand with the support of city, county, administrations, and community partners. We need your help. So with our current seats, we're looking at realigning our curriculums, right? I have a pre-K person over here. All right, pre-K to the kindergarten readiness, that's what we're looking at. We're offering professional development. And in this upcoming budget season, you'll see that we have hard-to-staff stipends. We're not lowering the bar, but we definitely have to offer some incentives here and pay for certifications right now for pre-K. Yeah. So I'm in the embarrassing today, so I want to recognize our first 8 partnership members along with any community members that support pre-K. So can you please stand so we can give you an applause? That's me. Thank you. So literacy, let's talk through it some more, right? Literacy is how we teach, right? Literacy is how we teach the foundational skills, and lately it's been under a microscope with the state's new 3rd grade retention law. And did I say microscope? So it states that a student must receive a rating of proficient or better in the English language arts, the portion of the TCAP to advance to the 4th grade. So we currently have a Memphis-Shelby County Schools literacy commitment. Here's a short video about that work.
At our age, many of us know our shapes, sizes, colors, and letters. But it's time to keep trending up. Let's learn to read.
The Memphis-Shelby County Schools Literacy Commitment is a collaborative effort between schools, parents, and communities. And with collaboration comes accountability. Tennessee state law requires 3rd grade students who do not score proficient or better on the ELA portion of the TCAP to either repeat the grade or attend Summer Learning Academy and or tutoring throughout the following school year. Let's look at what that means. Students who earn a score of approaching have a choice between attending Summer Learning Academy and attending tutoring for the duration of the next school year. Students who earn a score of below must attend both Summer Learning Academy and tutoring sessions for the duration of the next school year. Parents are permitted to appeal the district's policy. They're also permitted to opt their child out of attending Summer Learning Academy. But per state law, if students don't follow through with at least one of the required options, they will repeat the 3rd grade. Teachers and school leaders have been keeping students and families updated on their students' progress throughout the school year. Families, we can't do this work alone.
Sometimes we need a little help. Sometimes we need a lot of help. But what we need the most is your commitment.
If you have any questions about your child's academic status, contact their school. This work will require all of us at school and at home to achieve our goals towards the MSCS literacy commitment.
Will you commit? Will you commit?
Memphis-Shelby County Schools is trending up, and we must all see ourselves in the role of supporting our students toward reading readiness.
All right. So I'm not ashamed. We need a lot of help. Is that what the students say? We need a little help. We need a lot of help. Our commitment to literacy stretches from pre-K through 12th grade. Each month, we meet with stakeholders in our Strategic Partners for Literacy group to discuss regional literacy efforts. So will our strategic partners, I'm looking at a couple, please stand so that we can acknowledge them and thank you. All right. There you go. Mid-South Literacy, look at you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you. All right. So bright spots, progression, path forward. So let's talk. We've invested more than $30 million in 750 specialized education assistants in grades K through 2. And within the first year of adding specialized education assistants in classrooms for K through 2 students, we made double-digit gains in ELA scores and math. We're trending up. We then invested in resources for before, after, and in-school tutoring programs designed to provide enrichment in reading and math. While we show gains academically, we know that our students can achieve stronger academic gains. We are thoroughly reviewing all of our academic programs for expeditious change and fidelity of implementation. Here's what we've found so far in our review. Our extended learning programs are providing for the highest returns for student growth. It's extended learning. But we need to be more intentional about removing all barriers for our most vulnerable students to attend. We're currently participating with the state of Tennessee in the Tennessee All Corps Tutoring. We know that the most effective strategy is high dosage and low ratio tutoring. This is our community call to action. We need more tutors. We need more tutors. And parents and guardians, we need you to sign students up for tutoring. You can sign up directly. Let me give you a commercial here. I get an advertisement. It's a call to action. You can sign up directly through Power Schools. And if you need assistance, please contact our SCS Learning Academy at scsk12.org. So we need your help. This is a shared relationship here. So we're looking at all of our programs. We're completing a comprehensive independent review of our academic programs, and it's up and coming. So this will measure academic outcomes. And I found that in the fact that we have ESSER funding, everybody wants to hear about returns and gains and measurements, because we understand that that funding is what? One-time funding. Okay, so definitely we need a way to ensure that we independently review and make the best strategies and choose the best strategies to stay around, all right? So we haven't talked a lot about special populations. That's another part that I think is a moment to educate our community as English as a second language population continues to grow. We continue to invest in our English language learners that make up 13%. That's a large number of our student population. That is almost 13,000 students, right? English as a second language as we're looking forward to ensuring that we have foundational literacy. How do we support these students? How do we move forward? We need to invest in them. We need to ensure that we invest in them. In our upcoming budget, you'll find that we need support in getting these teachers endorsed. So we're going to pay for it. We're going to pay for the endorsements. We're going to offer a $10,000 sign-on bonus and retention incentive. Yeah. We're adding an additional 20 teachers so that we can have more contact hours. And so our teachers, we need you. We've also strengthened pretty much our ability to provide small group instruction and collaboration with content teachers. We have an English language proficiency that is growing. So that is great news, but how do we keep that trend? On our latest TCAP scores, English language learners were growing, and some of them ensured that they doubled. We had almost a 20% gain. So how do we continue to invest in what? What's what? Working, right. That's an investment that has shown improvement. So we're excited, but we still have work to do. All right, let's talk about CCTE. CCTE, that's a big one. So what is the goal for CCTE? What are the interventions? We want our students to be kind, right? Thinking about CCTE is kind. Do we want them to be thoughtful? Because I've heard a lot about soft skills with CCTE. I've heard some things about engagement. I heard engaged citizens with CCTE. But we want them to be what? Employed. So when you move all of that aside, we want our students to be what? Employed. So part of transforming the 901 is ensuring that our students succeed in college, career, and technical education. And when I was in school, I'm about to age myself here. I think I'm still pretty young. We called it what? Vo-Tech. Okay, there you go. I'm not the oldest one in here. So Vo-Tech. So, but whatever you call it, for high schoolers, it's a path to a career. So after they graduate, they will be employed. Can you repeat again? Employed. Can you repeat again? Employed. Okay, I won't work here anymore. So not employed, but gainfully employed in jobs that pay a living wage. So one bright spot here. Our student industry credentials are up by 7% over this time, the same time last year. Yeah, that's positive. So that increase is attributed to additional resources that were brought through COVID relief funds. And also, I do not want to take an opportunity to say industry experts, because as we are a field of education, we have to go into other fields, right, to get industry experts. So here's a short clip featuring 3 of our educator experts.
With our CCTE courses, we try to get a kid ready for the industry, just in case that's the path that they choose, to go straight into a workforce to receive a livable wage income. So we show them all aspects of that industry.
So this program impacts students in a major way as far as being able to grow a skill, learn skills in the automotive industry.
So we put them to work. They get an associate's degree for very little money. Can't beat it. Then they get a lucrative career with valuable job skills that you can only get at a technical college, in the military, or through an apprenticeship program with one of the unions. And that's a 5-year program through the union. They can actually do this in 2.
Over the years, you see a lot of successes in the program, and that comes in the form of your students being successful. We've got students working in the automotive industry at various dealerships. I've got students working in the aviation industry at various airlines.
I was a General Metals welding student at Hamilton High School. Shout out HHS. That training in 2 years gave me the ability to work and take care of myself. That this trade is very valuable and you can make good money doing it.
My advice for students is to get all the experience you can right here, right now. Make all the mistakes you can make right here, right now, so that once you're in the industry, you've learned, you've crafted, you've honed your skills, and you can just go to work comfortably.
Mr. Foster, Miss Alexis, and Mr. Hardrick, would you please join me here? And while they're joining, I want to take an opportunity to say, if you're going to come from Memphis, if you're going to come to Memphis, let me correct myself. What do you rep first? That's right. You see a shot out there in the video. So please just join me and tell me a little bit about the CCTE programs, and if you had any advice to students, just talk to me a little bit about what advice you would give them. Because this work really is not about me. It's not about anyone in this room. It's about our students and what you offer them. So tell us a little bit.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say hello and good morning to all the students at Whitehaven High School tuning in right now. It's truly a blessing to be able to come in every day and do this work and instruct our students. And I can remember myself being in an automotive CCTE class at Whitehaven High School under my instructor, Mr. John Mosby, back in the day. And I can truly say that not only does CCTE courses help in your career field, it also helps in your life.
So shout out to Bolton High School, home of the Wildcats, since we're doing shout outs. We're excited. I'm honored to be here. But I think one of the things that I already spoke of in the video is that we want to get students certified. We want to get students industry ready. Because we are the ones that are raising up the ones that are going to change and rebuild and modernize these industries that they're going to go into. So, number one, sharpen your skills. You have the opportunity to make mistakes and learn from them in the classroom, in the lab, and stuff like that. So this is the time to do that. And then number two is just absorb all the knowledge and stuff like that. I think that's very important.
Good morning, good morning. Everybody all right? Good. We're blessed to be here. It takes a village to raise a child. We are that village. We need individuals to rebuild the infrastructure. There are 579,000 welding jobs in the United States. We need 400,000 welders. Okay? Now, you have the Ford Blue Oval plant coming.
We want 6,000 Tennesseans in those jobs. I would like to take the time to thank some of the partners, More Tech, CCTE, Nucor. They actually donated steel to the program. That's a big thing. Keeler Iron Works, Co-Built, Atlantic Track, for providing us with a space to take the students and let them see what the industry is really about. I just want to say one love, one humanity, and thank you for the opportunity to serve the community.
Right. So I want to take an opportunity. Let's give them their flowers, because I've learned something today. I'm going to steal it from you, brother. One love, one community. What did you say it again? One love.
One community, humanity, one community.
I'm always going to mess it up, right? But thank you guys for sharing with us. And like I say, that, you know, we're proud, and we can't do this work without you guys. So I wanted to take an opportunity to let you know what's behind the magic here. All right. All right. So we're fortunate to have several teachers in the house today, including a special group in the back that's working hard at work. So let's stop for a second. And I got to give it up because we got a lot of offerings at Memphis-Shelby County Schools. So let's talk about journalism is one of our many CCTE programs. And I want to take an opportunity to highlight our Memphis-Shelby County students and their broadcasting programs that spread across our district, right? And so we also have MSCS Student Press Corps. All right, do I see you guys back there? All right. So they're joining us today, working side by side with professional journalists from Whitehaven, Delano Optional Schools, Germantown High School, East High School, Middle College High School. Can we give those guys in the back a hands? All right, make sure you're recording like on my good side. So I want to pause for 1 second to give it up, and I know the comms team is going to kill me when I go off script here, but Mr. Calvin, can you please stand? Let's give it up. Mr. Calvin at East T-STEM High School and his broadcasting program. I'm just extremely proud of the work. If you guys get an opportunity, community, stop by there. Stop by his class. You will be proud as well. All right. So we also have an aviation teacher, Mr. Ralph Sherlock. Where are you, man? All right, there you go. So he leads the aviation program at East T-STEM High School, and our commissioner of education recently visited and went to his class. He was so proud, he kind of wowed her, and he went on and on and on. So you guys have to take that tour of that classroom as well, so thank you so much. Enrollment in our CCT program is soaring, so we're going to talk about some bright spots, then we're going to talk about opportunities, right? So while I name those schools, I name those programs, really with students, it's about what? Equity. We got to make sure that we have equity across all of our schools and our offerings. And so within our CCTE programs amongst our schools, we also want to focus on the related area of workforce needs. So we can offer a lot of things, right? But if it doesn't serve the workforce, that's really, a sore spot for us. So we have to ensure that we're aligning to the community. We are all excited about the development of Blue Oval City, a 3,600-acre Ford mega campus just outside of Memphis, where Ford is building electric vehicles. So Memphis-Shelby County Schools has asked, with partners, the Ford Next Generational Learning Program to leverage their deep experience to build more meaningful business engagements with partners and community leaders. This includes reviewing our CCTE pathways as well as the district structures that support school business partnerships. With this collaboration, we're learning a lot about opportunities for improvement. So one matter that is clear to me as we're talking about opportunities for improvement is I visited surrounding school districts and their programs. I looked at them, right? And one thing that was common to the success of their programs is you really need the business community. You need the business community involved to align our school system. So I enjoyed a recent deep dive with Memphis Chamber members right? And community leaders. Some of you guys see your nice smiling faces. We got a board member up there smiling. And so I really look forward to the continuation of that partnership as we redefine CCTE. And we need to redefine it. You want to know why? Positive news. We're expected to receive $43 million in grants called the CCTE Innovative Schools Grants. Yes. This funding will provide $1 million for each high school, $500,000 for middle school. The initial, I said initial, submission of funds will help redesign labs, purchase equipment, and it will also ensure that we align for certification outcomes. Can you say outcomes? Outcomes with this new funding model means additional revenue coming within this district. So if we achieve these certifications through our students, that's additional funding to reinvest back into the program. And so while we're reinvesting, I just want to know, do we have any of our post-secondary partners here today? Dr. Hall? Hello, Dr. Hall. How are you doing? All right. So what this means also is that we will be ensuring that we bring partners along throughout the entire community for work-based opportunities, for post-secondary dual enrollment as well. So we will zero in on these post-secondary expansions, specifically the ones in middle school that I'm really proud to talk about because that's where it all begins in career exploration in middle school. And I want to ensure that we give them opportunities to students, robotics, learn about robotics, computer science, STEM courses, but we need funding for that. This is a great opportunity. So I look forward to having more community conversations. All right, and with the business community and with post-secondary partners. So college and career development is one of the hottest topics that we cannot deny in education right now, even at the state level. Another hot topic nationwide, especially in Memphis, is community crime. Start this conversation off to say, hey, let's have a conversation because that's how we move together as a community, right? Silo conversations never really work. I want to have a community conversation. Let's work together to figure out what we can do about it. So a lot of talk lately in our community to really talk through absences that are connected with the spike in youth crime. As discussed earlier, attendance counts, and since becoming superintendent, I put measures in place to tackle the issues of absenteeism and attendance and truancy. We have invested over $22 million in social emotional learning with our COVID relief funds. We were even able to add safety special project coordinators to our staff, which allowed students to receive more mentoring, more life skills, more life courses, conflict resolution sessions, social emotional support through a program called Project Stand. The Youth Justice Program for Project Stand is for grades 9 through 12. We also have a pursuit center. The program addresses negative behaviors by boys between the ages of 14 and 18. And it also disrupts the school-to-prison pipeline. It serves students who would otherwise be in a juvenile court detention center. It has a 93.5 success rate, reducing recidivism. The most common feedback we hear from Pursuit Center alumni is they wish they could have started a lot sooner. So how do we have that conversation as a community? I want to first thank the Shelby County Mayor's Office for its generous investment in this program. So I want to take an opportunity to thank you for that investment. We're also investing in mentorship and counseling, but we also are investing in technology upgrades to ensure that our campuses are safe as possible. I started the conversation off to say that we're responsible for safety of over 100,000 students, right? We got to figure this thing out. We got to improve. So we'd like to show you some of the pilots that we've rolled out and we've been busy working on this school year that have been tremendously effective. Let's play that video.
We have made an investment, a multi-million-dollar investment in new safety equipment for our schools. We know that as the world evolves, the safety needs of our buildings and our campuses and our students also evolve. And so we want to make sure that our students and our campuses have the best equipment available to keep them safe each and every day.
We're going to test this technology for about 30 days, and this is the latest technology that's out there now. The technology that we're testing is time sensitive because the old systems that we had kind of bogged down the flow of the process.
It allows us in a short period of time to get 1,600 students through safely. All visitors, all staff come through, and it's really a great invention, and I really appreciate Memphis-Shelby County Schools allowing Southwind to be a pilot. Another caveat to it, we have alarms on the doors, so there's only 2 entrances for students to come in, students and staff to come in, visitors as well, so that makes the building more secure.
I want to be safe every day I come to school because we come here to learn, come here to have fun, experience new things, learn new things about the world outside of us. So I mean, I feel like safety is like a very important thing and it comes with a lot.
Our students come in the morning. They come in the morning, they have to go through this process. The process is what is a weapons detection system. So they can keep their cell phone, their keys, all of that. They can keep that in their pockets. They don't have to take that out. There are certain things that they do have to remove, and we have them doing that. But it expedites the process. So they go through the system. If the system alerts or indicate that it is something on them, then we send them to another station where we have x-ray machines, and we call it a resolution station. And that resolution station will process them until they are clear to enter into our schools, because safety is paramount for us in everything that we do. With the older system, we never had an opportunity to process every person that comes through. We had to do what we call random searches, which means we may search every 10, every 12, every 15, whatever our numbers will be for that day. But we were not able to search every student that came in the building, every visitor, every staff. With this system, we can we can screen everybody that comes in.
So I want to take the opportunity to definitely say that schools are a place to learn. We have to educate our students. So we're not trying to create a prison for our students. I want to put that out there and say that strongly. We want to ensure that they're safe. We want to ensure that we have up-to-date technology. That's more what this is about. When we've gone to visit other school districts, we are way behind. So how do we bring ourselves up to the 21st century? That's what this is about. So we're putting students and we're prioritizing their safety, and we need additional local and state and federal funds as we're having a conversation right now as a state around student safety and investments. So the cost of placing this technology in our schools and also campus monitors. For a while, we rid of campus monitors in our schools, and they were a help to support to ensure that they were a barrier to protect our students from any outside forces. So the cost of this, and there is no sizable price tag for student safety. If we want this in every single school, it would be a large investment, upwards to $50 million. So I want to say, we want to bring ourselves, as we're talking about infrastructure plans, all these buzzwords as a community, up to the 21st century. And so I want to say that we can't be triumphant together, as this is the coin for this program, unless we are first safe and secure. And we look forward to our elected officials, that some may be in the audience, in supporting infrastructure upgrades. And the children of Memphis and Shelby County, I want to say they're not insulated from the crime spikes also that we talk about sometimes in the news that are happening throughout their neighborhoods across the city when they're not in school. They're resilient and they're incredibly optimistic. So I want to share with you a quote from a Memphis-Shelby County School student, and I want to share with you the voice of what I call hope. We are the voice of Memphis-Shelby County Schools. We're the voice of ambition, the voice of opportunity, of change. Just don't give up on us. That is what our students are saying. What is a testimony? That is a testimony. I won't give up on our students. I won't give up on our students, and I don't want you to give up on our students. And we will create safe zones around this city so that our children can thrive. I want to share a brief video of how we're partnering with local leaders and organizations to create safe havens after school for students like the YMCA.
I'm so excited today. We're here today to celebrate $1 million that Congressman Steve Cohen has secured for Memphis-Shelby County Schools along with the YMCA. We love being able to offer our parents before and after school services at no cost. It's an honor, just a partnership with Memphis-Shelby County Schools, and then to have your congressman to join you at an aftercare program, and why not at one of the greatest schools in Memphis, Snowden School, which I'm a proud Snowden Green Dog.
We were proud to get $1 million for YMCA to help with after-school programs here in Memphis through the community projects and the United States Congress budget. That was important to me. Education and healthcare are the areas where we emphasized our work, and we look forward to helping more next year.
So it gives a safe place first and foremost for them to be, but also an opportunity for us to really pour into them and share hope and opportunity so we can expose them to many activities that will lay the foundation so that they can go on and be successful in whatever careers and lives that they are blessed to pursue.
I was able to come to the YMCA. I would have probably been home for a very long time or been somewhere else.
It means opportunity for the boys and girls. It means enrichment, involvement. It means things that they'll be able to do, field trips, different vendors coming in to share knowledge with them. This means just great opportunity academically.
So Memphis-Shelby County Schools is grateful for impactful leaders like Congressman Steve Cohen and Mr. Brian McLaughlin of the YMCA. I'm trying to give you a nice introduction. Come on here. Come on up here, Brian. Brian has become a partner in the work, a friend. And so, Brian, tell us a little bit about the partnership with YMCA.
Yeah, first, let me just say we are so thankful to be able to work alongside everybody in this room to support, to make sure that our kids have safe havens after school. We are proud to be really that connection between the classroom and the home. And we won't stop until we make sure that every child in this district, every student, has the opportunity to participate in an after-school program, before or after school. And part of that is what we did with Steve Cohen. We went out because we're committed to using our time and our resources to make sure that those children have those supports. And we're not just focused on after school, we're focused on the whole child. We're focused on the whole family. And we understand the importance that when 6 o'clock is there and we've got to get a kid home, that the classroom teacher isn't there anymore, right? But what we can do is we can connect the school to home. And ultimately what we're doing is we're making sure that we're able to join in this work, to move academic achievement, to make sure students are thriving, and that we're empowering the next generation. So we're excited. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Thank you, the partnership. I'm telling you, thank you for the development of this whole child strategy with Memphis-Shelby County Schools. So it's definitely an important resource as we are having these community conversations. So thank you. Let me talk a little bit about the why. All of our community and faith-based organizations that work with our students. I just want to say thank you for the after the school bell rings time. Thank you for giving students meaningful outlets to explore, grow, and play. That's what community is about. So we also understand the importance of play and mind-body connection. That's why we're investing in stadiums, such as Halley Stadium, Melrose. Yeah. All right, I do not mess with the Melrose alarm. I got 2 board members here, Raleigh, Egypt, right? And Whitehaven Stadium. So we're making upgrades to LED lighting, scoreboards, PA systems, turf, you got locker rooms, restrooms. And so as a part, and I keep kind of giving this prelude, commissioners, as this infrastructure plan that you keep talking about, I've done a lot of leading and questioning and listening. And so we have also updated, before I get there, middle school and high school practice fields. But in our working infrastructure plan, I've listened and had feedback from the first-time athletic coaches and athletic directors and student athletes. So we're discussing more athletic investments and upgrades in our upcoming board budget meeting, but we've even gone far in our plan to look at that as well. So I want to take an opportunity to let you know it's coming, but you better be ready. So, and speaking of athletics, I'd like to take a moment, we kind of hinted on it earlier, to congratulate Overton High School for the state basketball championship win. I would also like to congratulate all athletic teams, so I'm not missing anybody, all athletic teams who advanced to tournaments. They're an example of triumphant together, so let's give them another round of applause. All right. So not only do we need new fields, we need new schools. So let's talk through it. Right? So recently we've secured $77 million towards a $125 million high school replacement for Germantown. So this replacement funding will support a new high school in Cordova. This has been some work towards the end of December, man. I'm telling you, this was some work that legislators put on us, so I definitely need your support while we're in legislation, right? And so this is the district's first new high school in 10 years. I want to say thank you to Mayor Lee Harris and the Shelby County Commission for their initial contribution, and I just thank you. And I also want to straight shooter, authentic leadership, right? So I also definitely want to ensure that I keep top of mind as we discuss new revenues coming into the county, that we need additional funding still to build that new high school. So definitely want to put that out there. But soon we will announce a 10-year infrastructure plan that includes the input of county, city officials, families. I don't want you guys to say it's the board's plan or Toni's plan. And I saw an old superintendent in here, or whoever that guy's plan is, right? So we're going to do it with some feedback this time amongst all stakeholder groups and definitely strategic partners like Seeding Success. So we want to tackle our deferred maintenance. We want to be thoughtful about creating the state-of-the-art facilities for our students as we're having community conversations. So yet this effort is about more than just opening and closing schools, right? We even talk about blighting community. Like, this is a big conversation that we don't need to have in silos. So what transforming the 901 is about is a long-term, thoughtful, shared vision for rebuilding this community, including wraparound services, community schools, expanding pre-K and after-school programs we've talked a lot about today. So it has to be a community effort. So our board chair Green, right, recently stated that every student deserves to learn in a new school or new classroom, or at least one time over the course of their 13-year academic journey. Is that what you told them? Okay, well, I wholeheartedly agree, ma'am. So now here's the tough truth. Great facilities, great programs are all for the not if we don't have what to run them? Great teachers, great teachers. So I still remember one of my most influential teachers, Miss Carolyn Joyner, my middle school science teacher at John P. Freeman School. Miss Joyner had her favorite sayings, like time on task, and I was scared of this woman. I wasn't scared of a lot, but she was a little petite woman. She moved fast with tennis shoes on and a long skirt. So I just had to give that commercial break. But that was her warning, time on task against idle time. I knew not to play around in her class, but as regimented as she was, Miss Joyner was also funny. She was a woman of faith, and she was just really, she had a warm sense of humor. And, you know, when I think about Ms. Joyner, you know, it's really heartbreaking because she passed earlier away this month. But what was most important is when you leave this world, you want to think about some of the tributes that people give to you. If you could just open up social media and to see some of the tributes that were given to her. I don't remember my periodic table, but a lot of my friends remember what, you know, periodic table they were, element. So definitely all students deserve teachers like Ms. Joyner. And yet the inconvenient truth of this conversation that we're having, we're in the midst of a national teacher shortage. It's teachers like Ms. Joyner that help me to understand the importance of respect, the value to improve our culture and climate. In my recent meeting with the District Teacher Advisory Council, we've reconvened. We discussed decreasing teacher workload. Ooh, I had some conversations, man, about workload. Increasing teacher compensation, creating a culture of celebration, which is what this is about today. It's not about a person, it's not about me, it's about a culture of celebrating the work that we have to do. And enhancing retention strategies. They got some ideas. So teachers, school leaders, not just teachers, staff, I hear you loud and clear. We got work to do around our culture and our climate. So to assist with those issues, we also need to talk about reducing our footprint in the central office to send more manpower directly to you. So we want to give you more hands on deck in the classroom. It shouldn't be about central office. It should be about providing you direct support. So we're trying to be thoughtful. We're trying to be creative about really how we also use our veteran educators as well to ensure that we move the academic needle in the classrooms. So this is the time to innovate, because when innovation meets cooperation, we can move our district, our region, and our nation. I want to talk about creativity in this time of our national teacher shortage. So at MSCS, we are innovating. Our Teacher as a Profession program is one of our newest CCTE programs. We have about 100 school students at Kingsbury, CCTE, Melrose, Southwind, Whitehaven, White Station, training to become future teachers. And now with the River City partnership, some future MSCS graduates will earn a scholarship to the University of Memphis and come back to Memphis-Shelby County Schools. And that's what it is about, coming back home, right? In 4 to 5 years, they'll have their teaching certification. All right, so speaking of teachers, a cultural celebration. So speaking of teachers, we're not just bringing in excellent teachers, excellent new teachers, rather. We still have excellent veteran teachers. So I'm proud to share 3 of them with you today. Now, they said that you are the best at Memphis-Shelby County Schools. I'm going to put a this year on there because I don't want to get in trouble. The best teachers at Memphis-Shelby County Schools. So I have one more video to share with you before we wrap it up today. And it's the most exciting one of all, our Teacher of the Year finalists. These finalists went through a rigorous process for selection, similar to the requirements at the state level. They represent exceptional instruction and professionalism for their grade bands, pre-K through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12. Let's take a look at this year's teacher finalists.
The finalists for Teacher of the Year are Dr. Tisha Hobson, Hickory Ridge Middle School.
My teaching philosophy actually aligns with our district's mission, and that is to empower, serve, equip, and prepare our students for success in learning, leadership, and life.
Thomas Denson, White Station Elementary.
My philosophy of education is that all students are able to learn. When you walk into my classroom, it is literacy rich, it is equity driven, and every student is able to succeed.
Dr. Ollie Liddell, Central High.
What I'm passionate about is music, and more specifically music education, and building future musicians to go out in the world. Some to come out maybe as teachers, some to come out as performers, or maybe some just come out as music lovers. But those are my goals and what I'm passionate about.
All right, so finalists, please stand. and be recognized. Let's give them a round of applause, guys. Where are you? All right, we're missing Mr. Liddell. Congratulations. I am so proud of your hard work and the hard work that you do. Look, this is what this is about, our teachers, guys. This is where it starts. And I have to tell you, you can catch any of Mr. Denson's videos, and if you're having a bad day, I've had several, and I'll come home at night and I'll watch your videos about literacy and how you're incorporating them in pre-K. I just think it's awesome. And Dr. Tish, she sent me typed letters from middle schoolers who really told me how wonderful I was, and they pushed me up, and how beautiful I was, black girl magic and all this. And then at the end of the letters, they gave me a long list of things to do. They talked about food, nutrition, and improvements around our schools. I just want to say, God sends you things in moments that you don't necessarily know you need. That day I read those letters and just sitting, I didn't want to go to any meeting, so don't tell anybody the day you sent them, because I just skipped all my meetings and I sat there and read every letter. So I owe your class a visit, ma'am. and they have a long list of things for me to fix. So I just want to take an opportunity to give you guys your flowers in this moment, and just really walking through our schools has shown me the importance of showing up for students every single day. And yes, teaching takes preparation and training, but most importantly, it takes heart. It also truly does take teamwork to get this done. We know that, or let me say, please know that. Not we know that, but please know that we're on your team. Whether it's cabinet members, whether it's school board members, we're family, and we got to figure this thing out together, so thank you. But speaking of teams, can I get our fabulous school board to join me right now? Come on, join me up here. Come and join me up here. They say you're not supposed to take any credit without your board members. I'm trying to give you guys some credit in this moment. Our team is much stronger because of their presence for new and veteran teachers. In order to retain our awesome educators, because I just said that we can't do this work without educators, next year, Memphis-Shelby County Schools, with the blessing of the board, I'm praying we get the blessing, I think we got it though, we'll invest an additional $27.3 million in teacher salaries. That's big there. This is a competitive time, and teachers don't have to teach right now. So with this added funding, guys, we can give new teachers a starting salary, right? All right, starting salary. And we left collaborative conferencing, right? And we're exploring additional options because we want to be the highest paid. We want to ensure that we continue to explore. So we know the state has introduced a $50,000 starting salary, We know that funding won't come for years to come, maybe 3 to 4 years. So as we are completing this year's budget, I'm working with our board, and we will continue to look at things that are what? Working, and to look at things that are what not? All right, I messed that one up, but not working is what I heard you. Okay, see that? She said we got to stop dreaming and get to doing some things, right? You see, I'm working hard to get to doing some things. But we're also exploring academic achievement and growth performance bonuses. Do not throw anything up here. I know that the last time we did it, it didn't work so well. But with the salary steps and lane schedule, instead of using subjective, we want to ensure that we align it to state data, achievement, accountability, assessment. The real data that doesn't have subjectiveness in there. And we heard you loud and clear when you guys stated that as well. See, that we're listening. But I want to make sure that you guys know with new teachers will benefit from this investment, so our students and our community can be what? Triumphant together. I want to give you one last thank you to the UEA and MSCEA for their strong advocacy during collaborative conferencing and that process. I want to thank the YMCA, our strategic partners of literacy, the University of Memphis and the River City Partnership, Seeding Success, our teachers, our administrators, our board members, and all 14,000 employees across the district as we work together to press toward progress. I want to thank our 110, round up, 110,000 students, many of who are watching today. I know that through partnerships, we can travel from trending up to triumphant. If I didn't believe this in my soul, I wouldn't have taken the opportunity to serve during this time, and I certainly wouldn't have lasted through the curves and challenges that this year has brought. Nearly 7 months ago, the board behind me has given me an opportunity to serve in the greatest moment in my life. This is my community. I look forward to continuing to serve as interim superintendent, and thank you for allowing me to represent the children of my community, Memphis-Shelby County Schools. And I want to tell you that we will continue to lead by listening and questioning. That was a moment, leading by listening and questioning. And we will be bold, we will be innovative, and we will move forward. I look forward to you all. We can't do this work alone. And if we unite, no matter the endeavor, we will be triumphant together. So thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Go.